I would like to bring somebody here on the field. This man needs no introduction. He is the founder of First Robotics. Please welcome Mr. Dean Kamen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, I can honestly say it is great to be back again this season. This is not my first time to a Michigan First event this season. It's not my second time to a Michigan event this season. You know, you have 18 district events in this state. That's more than there were national events for the first 10 years. Nothing that takes this much energy to do happens without a whole lot of people doing a whole lot of work. The amazing thing is most people, to get them to do a whole lot of work, you typically have to pay them a whole lot of money. My favorite word at first is free. And I have to tell you, it wouldn't matter how much money we brought in because you can't buy passion. What the parents, the teachers, the mentors, the sponsors do for First is over and above anything you could possibly buy. That's not to say it doesn't take a lot of money to do this. And I think in a minute you're going to hear from a guy who's helped come up with a lot of money to help make this real. But before I introduce him, I have to once again, they never asked for it and I probably embarrassed them, but for instance, I can't name all the now hundreds of companies that help First, but some of our most long-term companies and two of the individuals that have been on the national board of directors of First, actually for the world, are Francois Castaigne and Tom Stevens from General Motors and Chrysler here. And they couldn't do this without their secret weapon that's working all the time, everywhere, to make the powerhouse for First that Michigan has become, and that's Gail Albert. There she is. And this championship event is going on this weekend, as I'm sure some of you may know. It's not like, where is my little cheat sheet? It's not like there's no other First events going on. For the first many, many years of First, we had one event at the end of the season. For the first 5 years, it was in a high school gym in Manchester, New Hampshire. Then we started doing regionals, and then we started doing lots of regionals. March Madness for us became 5, then that's 1 every weekend, then 10, that was 2 every weekend. And then now in Michigan alone, you have 18 district events. But if you look at this, each page is another dozen or so. This is a list of the 104 events we had around the country and around the world. There's a bunch of them going on now. But why are we here at the state championship? And not just me, by the way. We also have Don Bossi, the president of First, is out here with me. And another one of our directors and the co-chairman of the whole thing, and a guy that's helped me since the day I started this thing, Bob Tuttle, is here somewhere as well. But the reason we're here, there's many, many reasons, and I love every FIRST event, and I love every sponsor. But in order to grow FIRST, it's very simple. In order to grow it to the vision we had from the beginning, give this opportunity to every kid. Not every kid wants to be, or needs to be, or should be a scientist, or an engineer, or a technical person. But every student in this country deserves the opportunity to be exposed to what you're doing, because some of those kids might decide this is what they want to devote their life to build a career around. And sadly, while pretty much every school in the country gives them a little taste of other kinds of sports, most of which are not likely to lead to careers, this is a sport where every kid can turn pro. But to make it available, we have to keep changing. We grew for a few years and never had regionals. Then we realized we have to scale up with regionals. Then after a bunch of regionals, we had to scale up with a much more efficient model, invented by Michigan, the district model. And now we've proven that it works, and it works so well that the statistics are astounding. But this year, Michigan is first and first. You have more FRC teams, FIRST Robotics teams, in Michigan than any state in the country by a long shot. And as I said, that it takes a lot of work. It didn't happen by accident. The corporate leadership you have with companies like, obviously, the car giants, the automotive industry behind them, but other related powerhouse industries, Whirlpool. There's lots of giant world-class companies here, and they've all gotten behind FIRST. But it's not just corporations that do it. Education in this country has always been a team sport. Government has its place. You have in this state a guy who happens to be chairman of the Energy and Commerce Committee of the United States Congress, Fred Upton, who's been a huge supporter of ours for years. That's a guy I'd want on my team. And you have a governor who has been unbelievable in showing leadership and vision and long-term planning, which sadly, not a lot of people in government do anymore. They have short cycles and short attention spans. But your governor has been a leader in helping to make our vision a reality. He's brought a whole lot to FIRST, including money, including and even more than that, he's a cheerleader for FIRST. He keeps popping up all over the state and all over the country as a great voice for FIRST. So now it is my honor to introduce to you your governor, Governor Snyder.